Hey, what's up y'all? Welcome back to Mike Media. Today I'm going to be removing the old bunks off of the jet ski trailer and installing as well as constructing some new bunks to replace them. You've probably seen bunks on other trailers, specifically boat trailers will have them a lot. They'll either be a roller style or a bunked trailer. They're running boards that run almost the full length of the trailer generally, that are either coated with carpet or some sort of low friction vinyl, which allows you to pull the watercraft up onto the trailer without doing any damage and help it slide into position a little bit more easily. For this style, I'm going to be using carpet as well, a little bit higher quality carpet than what was originally used on the trailer. I'm assuming that carpet's rather old. So I just went and picked up a roll of general purpose carpet from Home Depot, and it's pretty good quality stuff. So I'll be showing you how to cut the studs to length. I used some treated studs for this project since it's going to be exposed to water and since the trailer is going to be stored outside most of the time. And then I'm going to show you how to wrap the treated wood with the carpet and how I chose to install them back onto the trailer. This trailer was originally set up with 2 rows of bunks, making it viable for 2 jet skis. For this new design that I'm working on, I want my jet ski straight up the middle. And then as you'll see in some future videos, I'm going to be building some supports for some cargo containers on either side of the jet ski, as well as some step-ups in the back. So stay tuned for those episodes and enjoy. This trailer was originally set up as a double bunk jet ski trailer, and honestly it's wide enough that you could probably carry 3 if you wanted to. These bolts were ran down through the 2x4s in the original design through the 3-inch square tubing on the trailer. Using my Makita Impact, I grabbed these with a 3/4 drive. And the first one, or rather the second one, came off pretty easy. There was one more out near the exterior that I removed before I shot this video. At this point I realized that I wasn't going to be saving these bolts because they were trashed, so I went ahead and just yanked this one off. Now that we have the old bunks removed, we're going to build some new ones. Using some treated 2x4s, I'm measuring out 78 inches, which was a little bit shorter than the old bunks that were on the trailer. Using this old 12-volt Makita chop saw, it's been converted to 18-volt actually, via an old drill handle that's shoved into the power input there. I'm cutting these 2x4s. Yes, I know this isn't the most stable or safe way to do this. Now that we've got the 2x4s chopped up, I'm going to head inside and I'll show you the hardware I'll be using for the bunks. Here we have 4-inch and 3-inch galvanized bolts. These are 3/8 inch in diameter. Some galvanized washers for those as well. And some stainless steel nuts. I went stainless steel with this because why not? Here I'm painting up some brackets that I was able to find in the fencing section of Home Depot actually, but they're going to work perfectly. Let's get this work area cleaned up and get some carpet on these bunks. This is a general use carpet that you can get from most hardware stores. It comes in a 6x8 sheet. I laid the treated 2x4 on here and pulled the carpet over. You'll notice I'm giving it plenty of slack. It's always the worst feeling when you go to staple something on and you don't have enough. So I'm going to have some excess here to trim off when I'm done. I'm going to take the piece that I just cut and lay it over what I have left of the carpet to use it as a template so I don't have to measure twice. Now that I've got my mark for the second strip of carpet, I'll roll this up and get it out of the way. It's always nice to end up with a little extra material on projects like this. I'll probably end up using this to line the inside of my storage containers on the trailer. Wrapping the carpet over, I'm using an arrow stapler here. I picked this one up for about $40. It shoots T50 staples all the way up to 1/2 inch. I'm running stainless steel staples in here because I don't want them to rust and break free. This is kind of like wrapping a Christmas present or any other kind of present. Just want to make sure everything's nice and tucked in and give it a rough trim. Using the old bunks for reference, I decided that the new ones are going to be about 12.5 inches apart. In the middle of the trailer, there's 2 holes that are about 13 inches apart, and this is going to work perfectly. Measuring out a distance, it works out to be a little over 66 inches after you subtract the 1.5 inches from the tape hanging over to the edge of the square tubing. On the new bunks, I came in off the end of the board about 5.5 inches and then up 1.5 inches and marked a hole for the bracket. I had previously bent one of the 3-inch bolts, so I had to use one of the 4-inch, but for the other 3 holes, I ended up using the 3-inch 3/8 galvanized bolts for these. I put a washer on each side and tightened them up with the impact wrench. With a little trim, these new bunks are ready to be mounted on the trailer. Now let's jump outside and get them installed. With the jet ski where it was, I had just enough room to slide the new bunks underneath and line up the holes to get the galvanized bolts in. My original plan was to use a beam lift that I use for work in order to lift the jet ski up and flip it around in the air and onto the new bunks. But with the new bunks installed, I decided to go ahead and give it a shot, and I was able to get it moved over and flipped around to the proper direction for launch. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can now also catch me on Instagram at MikeMedia_YouTube. Catch y'all later.